Welcome back to our show. Once again, my name is Mrs. Augustina Anyango, and help me welcome my friend
Glory Ezema. Welcome back to our sweet home, Africa. It's always a pleasure to have you as our viewer. All right, so we have another topic today. We're mothers, so we have to give advice, huh?
That's right.
That's what we do. All right, so today our topic is our advice to African youths. African youths, we love you so much. And my friend and I will give you advice because we realize that a lot of youths, sometimes, they don't listen to their own parents. But when the advice comes from outside, they pay more attention. And that's why we're here today. So, our youths, wherever you are, take a chair and sit down and listen to the advice that we're going to give you today. And then the older Africans, you have your children, please forward this episode to them so that they can watch it. So let's go. My dear friend.
My dear.
When we talk about African youths, I know you have so many of them in your house too that grew up in your house.
We sure do.
And we have relatives in Africa too.
Oh, yes.
All right. Okay, so the modeling advice that we're going to give you, we'll have like 3 areas that we want to touch. We'll talk about your talent. We'll talk about depending on others, and then we'll also talk about you believing in yourself. So we'll start with the talent. African youths, I am telling you, we've been so many places in the world. My friend and I, we've traveled around. You are the most talented people that personally I know. My friend, what about you?
Oh my God, I love them.
Yes. All right. So when it comes to talent, actually, many Africans have great talent. Is it in music? Is it in sports? Is it in creativity? You name it, they have it. And what is really puzzling us is, with all these talents that they have, why are we struggling so much in Africa when we have young people that are multi-talented in those countries in Africa? So go ahead, my friend, with the talents.
Oh, my dear. African youths, first of all, know that we love you, and we are so proud of you. As my friend stated, African youths are multi-talented. And that means that you can do anything you put your mind to do. But unfortunately, most of us do not see what we have. We don't know our value. We just rate ourselves so low to the extent we thought what we have doesn't matter. We are multi-talented. That means, my friend mentioned it, our creativity is beyond imagination. We have the wisdom, we have the charisma, and of course, we are industrious. So, by the question now, what? Please, our advice to each and every one of you is to focus on your talent. What do you have? What can you offer? What can you make? What can you create? Create market. Let people come to you for employment instead of after our education, we are going from one office to another, looking for office job, looking for who will give us money. There's nothing wrong with that if you can get it, but remember, it's counted money that is given to you when your employer decide to pay you. But if you create something that will attract people, men and women, even beyond Africa, to come and buy from you, to come and trade with you, you will be an employer instead of an employee. And unfortunately, most of us, when we started creating something like that, you create awareness. People outside do not want to come and buy you with some kind of money, maybe the one that have more value than naira, then you will not look back. You will go and make that that country or that state wealthy more than utilizing it to offer employment to your fellow Africans. So what we are saying, we have all it takes to create whatever we want to create, because we know that we are more focused, and then we can work, we can create job for other people, not to look for somebody else to hire us. My dear.
Thank you so much, my friend. Actually, when my friend was talking, what came to my mind is this. There's one thing with talent is this. Talent is very unique. That means each person have their own talent. So the problem that we have seen with a lot of our youths is that what happened is that whatever their friend is doing, they think that's exactly what they're supposed to do. So let's say, for example, Augustina is making shoes. That means I will end up making shoes just because my friend is making it. So the first thing that you have to do is think of what you like to do as a human being. When you were born with a talent. Every child is born with a talent. So do you know how to make baskets? Do you know how to design shoes? Do you know how to design handbags? Think, when you go to bed, you think, what is it that I like, even when I was small, that I used to do? When we talk about youth, we're talking about the men and the women. So you don't have to look into what somebody else is doing, because that's what we're seeing a lot in Africa. When one person is doing something, everybody will run that way because they're chasing money. But money is not the reason why we're in this world. We're in this world to bring out our talent, to benefit humanity, benefit yourself, and then make wealth from it. So it's not I call money is the end product of creativity. So it's not, you don't chase money and not chase what brings the money. So what you do, like we said, if you have a friend and your friend is doing well in one area, it doesn't mean that your own talent is in that area. And that's why a lot of you keep on falling short. What I mean is, just like you keep on following someone, and then after a while you won't get as rich as the person, because the person that you're following, that is his own talent or her own talent. So you must find out what you like as an individual and then follow it. And when you start whatever you like, let's say if you like to design clothes, it takes a while for business to pick up. So you don't do it and then like in the next year you're like, all right, I'm not doing well, and then you divert into something else. So stick with your talent, work with your talent, and then develop it, and then it will yield money for you. That's what I wanted to say with talent. My friend, do you have another thing to add?
Yeah, because when you was talking, you mentioned the ladies too, because when we are talking about the young men, when we say youth, a whole lot of people might think we are focusing on the men. Women, ladies, you now go to school, you're educated. Some of you are in the same class with all these men. So it's quite unfortunate that we put our own talent under the mattress, looking for who have money, who made it already, so that we can follow them. Then when you follow them, your mother's problem is over. But in the process, you don't love the person. You're going because maybe they have a big car, which if you put your own talent to work, you can buy a better car than that person. So you can start life with that person instead of following somebody already that have made it. You don't know how they made their money. You don't know what they went through, how many years it took them. If you are part of that process, bring out your talent, hire other people, bring suggestions, bring ideas that will make things move. Then our nation, our continent will be a better place. Let each and every one of us know that we are part of the process to create a better Africa. We should not rely only on one particular agenda for them to go up and go down, to struggle to make Africa a better place. So ladies, everybody is included in the youth. So please do not put your own talent under the pillow because you're a woman, because you're a lady. Let all hands be on deck, and we are going to make Africa a better place. Follow what you know that you're good at, so that you don't be bored in the process, so that you don't get tired in the process, because some people can weave, because we used to weave in Africa, we call it akwete. There are people that used to do that. You weave. Some people can do other things. Even you can make an airplane, you know. So whatever you know that your talent, that's what you love. You're doing it, you're creating job, you're making money at the same time, and you're happy to see the end product. So please, let all of us look at what our own talent is instead of following one person, because you see they have industry, they have factory, they have cars, they have airplane. Then you want to do what they're doing because you don't have the same talent as that person you want to follow after.
That's true. That's true. And actually, what came to my mind is this. Let's bring it to the level that you know, that will benefit you that much, especially in the village. Let's say, for example, you have people that can, you know, cut hair. They're barbers, and that's what you can do. It's a business, so you can open it up in the village, and then start cutting. Even the primary school, you can be the nearest barber to the school, and then the students will be coming there. You will make money. And then even little agriculture, let's say you have coconut chips, you have pineapple chips, you have little things like that, or potato chips. What you could do, you could start even local ones and then start making it in your village. Take it to schools, take it to the markets, and then from there you can go into a bigger business.
Yes.
So these are little avenues. Think of what people are using. Is it cosmetic? If it is cosmetic, the women, like we said, you have so many things in Africa that you can make cosmetic with. You have palm kernel, you have coconut oil. Think of what you can do with it, and you can start from your local village and little by little. I know that the problem that many of us have is that you have like outsiders that are bringing so many products in Africa, and then it's crushing the local ones. So, but what we could say, just keep on pushing and keep on pushing. Little by little, people will know you, and then that's how you succeed in life.
That's right.
All right, so that's it with talent.
Okay.
But before we go into another area, I'll say something to our older people that are watching us. Please, when you see a young person in Africa that is struggling so much to bring his or her talent up, this is avenues where you can invest in them. Help them, whatever they're doing that is good. I know sometimes we watch on WhatsApp and everywhere, people are forwarding people that are creating things. The rich Africans, go and sponsor them and help them to bring out that talent.
That's right.
So that it can benefit them and benefit the community and the country at large. So that's it with talent.
Okay.
Let's go to another area that we want to advise the youths.
Okay.
It's depending on others. African youths, African youths, African youths. Many of you have become dependent. And I'm sorry to put it that way, because what we have realized is that, especially when people are born in large families, you have like an older brother that is doing well. That older brother, for the fact that he's the oldest, means that he has to take care of everyone from head to toe. And then the younger ones, they used to be looking at them and they're like, you know, my brother is in London, my brother is in America, and he's supposed to do this for me, he's supposed to do this for me. I just want to let you know, there's no one that is supposed to do something for you. You are supposed to do something for yourself. What others could do is to help to lift you up based on, you know, the talent that we mentioned. Once you start making that and bringing out that talent, then your brother will come and help to push you up. But it doesn't mean that your brother, just because you are biologically related to him, means that he owns you forever and he's supposed to take care of you from the beginning of your life to the end of your life. No. You have the same talent that your older brother has, even if it is different, but you have the ability and capability to make yourself as successful as your older brother if you try. Go ahead, my friend.
I like that word. You are talking about, you know, the entitlement, sense of entitlement.
That's the right word.
So, my people, my youths, my own thing is this. Your brother, you're looking at your brother or sister as if they have it, and they don't want to help you, they don't want to support you. Some of them that are wealthy in your eyes, maybe they have loans to pay. They have other things. Maybe they went and borrow money from somebody. so that when they get there, are still paying back. And already you rate them, you sat down there waiting for them to come and pick you up. According to what my friend said, you have to make effort. As you're making effort, somebody will come to help, not to do it for you. You have your talent. And another thing, you don't have to chase somebody else's shadow. Because if you're chasing, you want to be like that person, you are going to fed up, you're going to get tired. Because you will never meet up with that person, because maybe that's what they're supposed to do. That's their talent. That's what they love to do. But you're doing it because you think they have money. So in the process, when you're doing that, you find out that they don't have that money as you thought. Then you get tired. Helping is when you are making effort, somebody will help you. Somebody don't have to do it for you. And when somebody want to help you, don't look at the house they built or the car they drive and they never finish making a payment. You let them know in your mind that is help. They don't have to. If you need 10 million to start a business, I wonder what your profit will be. How you will know what your profit is. Let them know that you need a certain amount, but don't tell them the amount they don't have. A lot of people have a sense of entitlement that somebody's supposed to do things for you. For instance, if you have a family abroad, a lot of your siblings back home or whatever will be there. Their wives are pregnant. They're not going to even tell you that the wife is pregnant. For whatever reason, you don't know. Until when they call you one early morning and say, my wife need blood. She had a baby. We don't have food to eat. Can you give me money to pay the doctor? You was like, for what? Oh, my wife just had a baby. Hello, sir. You had 9 months notice. You did not have the money. You never mention it to anybody that your wife is pregnant. Your wife will be in the hospital. You are calling for money to bail your wife out. We need to calm down when it comes to that. That's not how help comes. The person you're calling maybe at that particular time don't have that money. And then all you have to say, oh, since I called her since morning, I called him since morning, do you think he will send me the money? By then you start nursing things, other things inside your mind. Forget the sense of entitlement. Nobody owe you nothing.
Thank you.
You need to struggle to make it. Even if your brother is the wealthiest person in the world, you will still ask. If they give you, fine. If they don't give you, try to find your own way. Try to find a way to make a living. Even if you're cultivating only cassava or selling gari, you will make it, because no matter how wealthy your brother is, they're going to eat. You might be the one supplying them the gari they will eat, or supplying them the beans if you become a farmer, in one way or the other. Don't look for a huge amount of money to start a business. Start gradually and let that business start increasing itself. Forget the sense of entitlement. Nobody owe you. Forget the sense of, I want 1 billion naira or 1 billion whatever money you're using to start a business. Start gradually, and don't forget God. Pray. Sense of honesty will help you. Do business with a clean hand. I don't mean no hand you wash. Do not cheat anybody. Honest business. Then you will see how prosperous you will be in your own way. All right, my dear?
Thank you so much. You know what I like, there's a word that you used, that nobody owes you anything.
Yeah,
I like that, because what we have understood and why we're bringing out this topic is that you could see a lot of Africans live abroad, and many of them travel home to visit their relatives. Many bring as much money as they can, but many do not even go home that much. And then when we talk to so many of them, because most of the things that we bring out here is based on our experiences, what we've heard from others, and what we have seen. A lot of Africans, some of them, like we said, don't go home. And then the ones that go home, when they come back, they bring out the impression that, you know, their brother is trying to take everything from them, their sister is trying to take everything from them. And then we keep on wondering, why are they doing this? And what I have to tell the youths over and over, I like that word that my friend said, your brother does not owe you anything. Your sister does not owe you anything. Yes, you are biologically related. If they succeed, they will help to lift you up. but you don't have to depend on them 100%. Every individual supposed to fend for themselves. You do your best, and then your brother or your sister will help you. But when you keep on looking at them as if they're the source of your wealth forever, if they don't meet that obligation or whatever you're thinking they should do for you, then you become jealous of them. You become a threat to their life. You become angry with them as if they owe you. They don't owe you anything. The ones that are helping, they're helping. It's a favor that they're doing to you. So what you could do, like we said, instead of wasting your time every minute of the day, even when you go to bed, thinking of what your brother in London is supposed to do, what your sister in America is supposed to do, and what your cousin in Canada is supposed to do for you, go to bed today after listening to us as mothers. Think, what am I supposed to do for myself? Not what my brother is supposed to do for me or what my sister is supposed to do for me. What am I supposed to be in this world? What is the talent that I brought out? Why am I here? How am I going to take care of my children? Because there's no way that a human being somewhere else, maybe your brother abroad, can take care of you from the time that you were born, up to the time that you get married, up to the time that you have children, up to the time that your children go to college. That person will keep on sending money and keep on. So go to bed today. Release your brother from your mind. Release your sister from your mind. Focus your mind on yourself and think of what you as an individual need to do in life to succeed. Once you bring it out, try that. Once you bring out your own talent and what you think that you can do, watch. Your brothers and your sisters will come over and they will help lift you up. But you have to make the first step by yourself. All right. The next thing. Go ahead.
You said it, our youths. The next thing I have to say is that everybody have somebody to lift up. You have an assignment too. You have somebody somewhere you're supposed to lift up. If you at this age, you are still sitting down, you have not find or connect with your own divine helpers. That means it will be so hard for those that you are their divine helpers to get up. So the best thing, like my friend said, is forget about those that you're looking at. Maybe they are not your divine helpers. Maybe your divine helper will come from somebody you don't even know. So have a clear mind and ask God what is next. And see if you can find out what your talent is. Find out what you're good at. And then somewhere along the line, God is going to position your divine helper. It might not be that brother you're looking at. It might not be the sister you're looking at. It might not be the uncle you're looking at. But God have a divine helper somewhere for you. So also you are somebody else's divine helper. So have a clear mind about everybody who is not doing what you think they are supposed to do for you. Only you think that somebody have to continue to do something for you, and you are not looking back and say, what am I supposed to do for somebody else to lift them up where they are? So when we do that, lift each other up, because maybe that your sister even is looking for you to lift them up in one way or the other. So have a clear mind, have a clear conscience, figure out what you're good at, follow that path. God is going to position somebody who will lift you up, so that you can be able to lift other people that depend on you to lift them up. Do you understand, my dear?
We're almost exactly. So the last part actually is that you have to learn to believe in yourself.
Oh yes.
We live in the Western world, and that's why we bring out these, advice, because we're doing it based on what we have seen in the Western world, how the youths are succeeding. You have to believe in yourself. Whatever you decide to do, in your mind, say, I will succeed. And then keep, like I said, have patience. Keep on going. Because people that you have seen that have succeeded, I know you watch the movies and you look at the Western world and they're rich and rich. Many of them started when they were young. And it took them almost 15, 20 years to even become great, or what people call great, based on your own assessment of greatness. So for people to succeed, it takes time. But people see them when they are at the pinnacle of their success, and everybody think that, oh, you can just do it at a snap of your finger. So it takes time. Believe in yourself and believe in your ability and your talent, that it will yield something. So don't look at yourself like you're nobody. If you look at yourself as a nobody, then you depend on others thinking that people are somebody. You are somebody yourself. So believe in yourself and you will succeed. All right. So before we finish, we do have another mom that is coming to give you advice. It's always good, like we said, to hear it from more people. At the beginning, I said a lot of youths don't listen to their parents that much, but they like to hear from other people's parents. So we brought another mom to come and give you advice. So let's pause and listen to her advice.
Advice to the youths of these days is to listen to their spirit on what the spirit tells them, what their dream is, and focus on what they know that they will do better to be a better youth. The youths shouldn't be looking at what other people are doing to copy. Oftentimes, the youth, they tend to copy what Mr. A is doing that is working for Mr. A. But Mr. B doesn't know that what Mr. A is doing is not what he's supposed to do. Think and look at yourself, what you know you can do better, that will make you outstanding in the society, and do it very well. You're going to be happy and have what we call job satisfaction. You should not, because other people drop out of school because of hardship, you follow them. No. When you get to do something, you are even the one to encourage that person by even looking at what you are doing. First and foremost, you have to know your God. It's very important in your life. It is your God that gives you the knowledge, the wisdom to do whatever you are going to do. Nowadays, children don't want to go to church again. They don't want to know who God is. And that is where they're making the biggest mistake. If you invite God in what you are doing, and God will walk you through, and will give you creative mind, even if it is picking a garbage on the street, you may even prosper with that picking that garbage, because you have God in there and you will do it very, very well. Call it what you are doing. There are so many jobs these days for our youths to do, but they tend to chase something that they will give them instant gratification. That is not correct.
We all had our friend, a mother of children too, and a concerned mother, a concerned parent. She is saying the same thing we are saying. You don't have to work in the office to be somebody. You don't have to wake up today, start a business today, and start yielding income. And again, you don't have to compete with anybody. Most of you too will say, okay, my brother is not helping me. Now you want to go do anything you want to do to show wealth. Sometimes they don't end up well. So you can be a farmer. You can be cooking in a local way in order to make a living. Before you know it, you will own a canteen. Before from canteen, or which one, restaurant, and from there you have a hotel if that's where your own calling is. You can be somebody who just want to do farming, plant things and bring it out to sell to the public, who know what to do, the final consumers, or those who can take it further in any area. Wherever your talent is, wherever your calling is,
Follow your heart. Know that you're somebody. Whatever job you're doing, whether you're in suit or you are in a ragged clothes to go to the farm and do what you need to do to bring out food, know that you're important, because without farmers, we are not going to be alive. So we depend on farmers too. We depend on those that do transportation, whether you're going with keke or motorbike or anything. We depend on you. You are important. You are selling by the roadside. Whatever you're selling, people are buying it. Everybody is important. If you're a conductor, you are important, because you are giving us like a sign or the awareness that here, this car is going this place or that way. So be proud of what you're doing. Idleness is the worst. But so long as you're doing something to make a living, you are helping and you are somebody. So you need to appreciate yourself each morning you wake up and thank God for still keeping you alive.
Very good. And we're rounding up. The last sentence that I want to round up with is this: be content. Be very, very content. Because what we're seeing with the youths is that, especially the ones in the village, when they see someone driving a car, they think that they have to own a car. Life is a stage, and life, like we said, we're all unique in different ways. There's some people that will own a bicycle all the way to the end of their life. That's what they can afford. If that's what you can afford, drive the bicycle and drive it with pride. If you can buy a car, if you can afford a car, drive it. If it is only one car that you can own in life, it's fine. If you can build a small bungalow, that's what you can afford, it's enough. You don't have to look at somebody else that is building mansion. We're all different. When you look at your face is different, your name is different. So you don't have to do what Louisa is doing or do what Anthony is doing. So just because somebody has something doesn't mean that you have to have it. All fingers are not equal, and it doesn't mean that the short one is greater than the longer one. But this is how we are created. We don't have to be like somebody else, because that's what is dragging our youths into life of crimes. They want to kidnap, they want to commit crime. I mean, do so many things just to get money, to be like someone else. Be yourself. If your name is Anthony, be Anthony. If your name is Jonathan, be Jonathan.
That's right.
You don't have to be like another person. Or maybe you will have to drive the same car that he's driving. You have to marry a woman and do the same wedding that he did. No. Be yourself. Whatever level you can afford, stay there and be happy. That's all we have.
I think we got it somewhere.
So thank you so much, our youths, for watching us today.
Yes.
Watch us, because every week we're bringing out new episodes. And older ones, like we said, the parents, keep on watching us, because we'll be bringing out more words of wisdom based on the areas that the Lord lead us every time. May God bless you.
And continue to subscribe, so you will be the first to get our new episode. All right, so we are so glad that you're still watching. All our viewers, continue to subscribe and forward it to your friends, families, co-workers. Just make them aware that we want to make Africa a better place.
Yes, so thank you for watching us, and watch us next week at our sweet home, Africa.